Hello? Is this thing on? Oh, yeah, it's on. What's up, everybody? How's it going? This is Dead Dodge Garage Live. Let's see if this Wi-Fi is any good. I'm not immediately getting the bad Wi-Fi signal. That's an improvement. Sure. Comments are going to be a problem tonight. Barracuda. Welcome to Barracuda. Hey, everybody. Yeah. The Technicolor mic. It's so currently blue. What is good in the hood? Oh, that's funny. Yes, I'm in a hotel room in Arkansas. Not far from Mopar Joe's house. Still working on a Cordoba in his shop. Clean and showered. Oh man, I got here. Big Mike, what is up, Big Mike? Taking a break from building amazing hoopties to be with us here. Does this work? I think this works. James Stoy is also in Central Arkansas. Wow. Tom's here. Hello, Tom. Yes, very much. Well, in the artwork and the beige. I'm not really big on beige. Dan Tupper, Cave Dave. How's it going? I met Cave Dave. I met a bunch of people. I met so many people. I am so disappointed in myself. I didn't bring in the stuff that I was going to show. It's still in the truck. It's messed up. Yeah. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Boot Fighters in the air over Western Canada. Stephen Andrews is here. Rabbit Transit Garage. What's up? I met that guy also. I met so many guys. So if you don't know, it's the day after the No Name Nationals. Wow, that sure is one of the beers of all time. How's the trip going? Trip's going long. Good. I've been on the road for 11 days. 10 days? I don't know. I've been on the road for a really long time. Oh, Richie's Model Garage. I saw a picture of you on Facebook working on a transmission on a trailer. Spoiler! Who posted that? I'd like to see that. Thank you, Big Mike. Congratulations on your well-earned hardware as well. All right, I think I'm like obligated to go get this stuff from the truck. Talk amongst yourselves. Hi, Dr. Art. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'll take a room key. Might need that. Hold on. Trust me, the payoff is huge. Yep. This is too many things. Hold on. I have to unpack. Fingers stuck. Robert Fitch is up to about 6 foot. Someone said, Jeopardy music, literally. Final Jeopardy. Somebody said something about the demon doing a wheelie. I am convinced it almost did a wheelie. I'm not, it was never like 6 inches of daylight like the Barracuda got. If anything, it was paper slippers. Yes, I'm back. In Tony's streams, this is the part where Kathy Bananas takes over. Yeah, well, My Kathy went home. New t-shirt. This is one Vic made me. It's really good. Anyway. It's not in the store or anything. Don't hurt your back. Yeah, I sent McLovin pictures. He knows what I got. I still want to know who posted a picture of me rebuilding a transmission. So David Biznett is here and says Barracuda looking and sounding good. Yes, it is. Thank you. Thing's amazing. Go get it. We'll wait. Oh yeah. Anyway, how's the trip going? Yeah, long, but good. So got to Joe's, drove 4 days with my wife across the Southwest. Got to Joe's. What up, Plymouth on Plywood? Got to Joe's on Monday. Fixed Barracuda Monday night. Tore down Cordoba Tuesday. Edited video. And then went and tested the Barracuda on Wednesday to make the rest of the video you saw today. And then left dropped her off at the airport Thursday morning. And then went to No Name Thursday. We teched early on Thursday and just kind of hung out. Excuse me. That was pretty cool. Made a bunch of friends, met some people, saw some things, did some stuff. Slept in the back of the truck. Everything still hurts. No, it was not just the shifter. Yeah, No Name happened. There will be a video, but many things occurred. The Vermonster. Why not change out that shifter to stock? Because stock shifters are absolute useless bullshit. They're okay, but they're not. I've done that. There's a reason I am not using one of those now. They are terrible for what I'm trying to do. Why is it like tilted? That's weird. I don't know. Can't fix it. All right, Mopar people. Welcome back to the channel. I'm just Mopar Joe. I think it was pretty close. In case anyone's wondering, the flavor of the evening is Anthem Brewing. Got that from the Vintage Adventure Drives. Hot Shoe, did you kill a shift fork? I am on my way to killing a shift fork. Yes, I put steel forks in it. The issue is, yeah, vertical gate's pretty great. No one can post links here. Kim Fixes Things says I do a better Jamie than Joe. Well, yeah. It's me, Wild Bill. Hey, Jamie. The 273 sounded great. Thank you very much. Did you and Mrs. Jamie like Roswell? We started looking for property after we visited Roswell. So yes, we did. Linko time. No, it's time to call Liberty Gear. Okay. Big Mike's Hoopty Barn, who also took home some hardware. I guess I will show you the things that I brought home from the No Name Nationals. First, and most importantly, if you see none of the other things I'm going to show you, just see this. This is a potato. From the Dougster. I'm at the Dougster. The potato has a name. Spuddy? I think it's Spuddy. Maybe it's the Spudster. Anyway, apparently this is a Dougster award for having a potato cam, which I do. Up next, this is the Bad Luck Duck. And I got this from Jeff, Two Hacks Garage. He called me out on the YouTube. He has a big, ridiculous 4,500-pound Thunderbird that does giant, like maybe it's Spudley, giant 2-foot wheelies or something. And so he wanted to run me, which is ridiculous. I would have been a mile behind him. My transmission was in pieces. He went and ran his car while I was fixing my car and exploded a Ford 9-inch. So that was cool. He actually he crawled under my car. Was filming while I was working on it. It was hilarious. It was funny. It would have been great to line him up and do this, but I would not have had a chance. But it would have been really funny if I was next to him when he exploded that. Anyway, okay. Well, I'll show you this one. This is the big one. The Star Traveler Long Distance Award for 2025, because I drove 3,000 miles to get there. Mind you, if I had gone directly, it's like 20. It's slightly less, but I didn't. No, this is from Oklahoma. It's a gift from Vintage Adventurer Drives, who I can only assume we'll see at some point. Tracy Gunn is in the house. Toolbox charger needs stuff done. Yes, I'm sure it does. I'll be back soon. Anyway, it's a sextant, so I can find my way home. Pretty excited about that. I mean, the potato's good. Don't get me wrong. And also the bad luck duck. He did say the duck is bad luck, and I could give it to someone else to pass the bad luck on, but I've always wanted one of these. So I think I'm just going to put it on the ramp truck. Up next, any news on the LeBaron? The LeBaron went to New York. LeBaron, the gold thing? Anyway, this is the Pit Thrash Award. Best Pit Thrash 2025. And that is because my transmission was making horrible noises. Turns out it was not what I thought it was. But it wasn't great, and the countershaft was loose. Jeff Militich is here and says, howdy, how was the No Name Nationals? Pretty good. I brought home some hardware. Oop, wrong. I'm backwards. I forgot. There you go. Anyway, went through my 4-speed on my trailer. Didn't really find what I thought I was going to find. Put it back together, put it back in there. It was making horrible noises again after the first pass, and I realized, you know what? This is ignorable. And we'll cover that in a future video. And then, perhaps, the best award of all. Are you ready for this? It's quite something. Oh, this is a heavy bastard. This is the Head Start Award. And you get the Head Start Award for having the worst red light of the event, which I did by a lot. I think what happened was, because I don't have a brake line lock, didn't have time. So I was just foot braking it and 3-pedaling it. And yeah, I think what happened is I accidentally was like rolling super deep stage and almost was out of the lights. And then when I hit it, and the funny thing is, I did not lose this race because the guy next to me, it was in the bracket race, and the guy next to me went first and red lit first. So he was already out. So even though I red lit really, really bad, I won. Stupid. Anyway, I believe what happened is I was super deep staged, and when I hit it and it just yanked the front tires off the ground because it did that all day Friday, I somehow red lit by 1/4 of a second. I don't even know how it's possible, but it happened. Oh, I got this too. I believe that came from Blake. Yeah, so I got a bunch of awards. Yeah. Did someone say something about Mopar Joe? Because Mopar Joe, of course, won the bracket race because he's Mopar Joe. And I did send him the link. I think he's probably preoccupied putting children in bed or something. But I believe we will be joined by Joe a little bit later. Can't wait. It's like, what is it like? It's kind of like drinking chocolate. Every bit as thick. Shat gonna fly. Did you ever finish the Cummins swap? No. I will eventually, though. Tom would really like that. I think I said hi to Dr. Art. I believe I did. Wow, that was really cool. Oh, yeah, Kim Fixes Things is here and says, we enjoyed the event and meeting Mr. Dead. That's Uncle Dead to you. Yes, it was very nice meeting you as well. Met Kim, met Buff Del Campo, so many other people. Philip Genovese, hi. I just explained how the trip is going. You can rewind if you want, but it's going good. I'm in Arkansas. It's been one. This whole music. Yeah. Funny story. I think I've stayed in this room because I was here, hanging out and testing with Joe last year before breaking my car next to Tony. And I believe I was in this hotel in this building, and I'm pretty sure it was this exact room. So then when my wife and I got here last Monday, we got the same room, which is weird, kind of funny. And so when I was coming back last night, I called and said, hey, you got that same room? And they said, yeah. This is my Arkansas home. John Gennady is here. How's it going, John? Ray says that wheelie was effing crazy, brother. Well, it gets crazier. Excuse me. I got the belches. I gotta look because multiple people sent me clips. Which one is this? Which one are you? No, that was Saturday. It wasn't as happy Saturday. It was pretty hot on Friday. Hot in a good way, not like in a literally hot way. Ooh, this is cool. This is me next to Vintage Adventurer Drives. Cool stuff's gonna happen. I hope you're ready. Oh yeah, little hoppies. So good. Anyway, it hops and then it falls on its face. We'll fix that later. He gave me this liquid chocolate. Thanks. Yes, Kim, I said your name on the YouTubes. Kim fixes things. I'm told she fixes things. Check it out. I'm also told she's a mad scientist, and she exploded a little mini bike engine something. I don't know, but it was in pieces and it was really impressive. Yeah, didn't that get you the best Carnage award? I believe it did. Richard Stanberry, why did some 440 engines come with 6-pack rods in the 75.6? Oh, what I was going to say is my room key stopped working the other day after being here for 3 nights. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Why did some 440 engines come with 6-pack rods? If there were some left that late, I'm not aware of that. But if they were just using up leftovers. I am having a good time, Mom. Hi, Mom. Jeff Hutchins, if you want to look better at the track, race against me. Well, that's how I ended up looking as good as I did. Stephen Carter, did you get the shifter dialed in? The whole shifter body is moving. It's mounted on this big, crazy custom aluminum plate. I think it's aluminum. I don't know. The guy who owned the shifter previously made this plate. He actually made several of them, but this one worked perfect for the A body. The bolts are smaller than the holes. And so even with the bolts torqued, the whole shifter, like I can bang it a few times and then it just starts moving. So that's why I lost 4th gear. 2nd was another story. But anyway, I will fix that. Mark Sauvé is here and can't spell, but is not inebriated. Good to know. Yes. Kim fixes things. Got best explosion. Consolation prizes are fun. Well, I already showed this one. There's something really funny about getting that for a race you won. Anyway, Alan Pierce is here from Milwaukee. How's it going? Oh, rad. Big Mike Soupty Barn. Spoiler alert. My long format video from my point of view will include a fine rendition of a familiar classic country song by a well-known artist. Nice. Glad you got that. Nicholas Johnson is here. How's it going? Yes, Alan. That's not that Alan, though. Different Alan. But maybe you do mean that Alan. I don't know. Anyway, our very own Alan, the Mopar Sasquatch, is in the house, and everyone should say thank you to Alan for making all of this happen. Just awesome. Yes, McLovin. Bill Mize did make it over here. Yes, I met him on Friday. Super cool. It was awesome. He brought me presents. Yeah, he kind of hung out all day, and that was pretty sick. And then he was going to come back Saturday. He had to go home, which was unfortunate. Oops. No, don't block Dennis Wheeler. What up? Did the Cuda drive back on the trailer? Yes, it did. Matter of fact, it just drove off the trailer and into the shop at Mopar Joe's house. I'm going to be here for at least one more day, maybe two. We'll see how tomorrow goes. I was going to try and leave late tomorrow, but just judging by the way today went, that is not going to happen. So I'm going to be leaving bright and early Tuesday. Yeah, Rapid Transit. Hope to see you at No Name again next year. It was a blast. Dude, it was a great time. It was so cool meeting you and being right there in A-Body row. Oh, that was great. Yeah, everybody was super cool. I had a great time. I got in 9 runs. I did so many wheelies. And yeah, I had a blast. I will go there again. Yes, saw John Cope, saw his truck. That was pretty cool. Brady Dog, I lowered the oil pressure by putting the rocker shafts in the right way. A gentleman who I will be referencing in an upcoming video when I check this. I just want to... Yeah, his name's Paul. He showed up to the track with his copy of the Direct Connection book and showed me what I need to check on that. There's a plug that goes above. It goes above the oil pump. And what it does is it blocks a passage that's drilled straight up. So the oil has to go through the filter housing. And if that plug is out, oil bypasses the filter and goes straight to the gallery, feed holes. You know what I'm saying? So he says your machine shop might have knocked that plug out and not put it back in. Check. So I'm going to do that. But having said that, hot, it was after I flipped the shafts, it was idling at 35, 40 pounds hot and maxing out around 80, 85. Indirect Connection is in the house. What is up, Jason? I didn't get as much video as I probably should have this weekend because I was busy doing stuff, but this is one of my favorite clips. It's really good. He heroically helped me fix the transmission in the Barracuda, and I am so thankful for that. Whoops, don't hit stuff. Anyway, super cool meeting you and hanging out. And I'm gonna see you again, maybe next time, I hope. Nice. Plymouth on Plywood just finished the floor pans on the little wagon. Don't hurt your back. Mopar Jimmy is here and says, Cuda looks and sounds good. Jamie, thank you. Yes, Creedence Chrysler Revival. 273 pulling the wheels is awesome. It's literally all I wanted to do. It's so cool. That engine's super happy. Not a lot of beef in the downstairs department, but we have some ideas to fix that. Yes, Gary, Marketplace is a terrible place. This place is not a good place. Robert. Mark Sauvé, what times were you running, Jamie? My best run was only 8:55. I did that twice. The second time with only 3 working gears in a bracket race. I somehow ran my dial. That was my fastest time. So I just figured I started out, I think it started in the 870s or something. So kind of almost consistent. I put 8:55 for my dial in the bracket race. I got to round 3. Round 2, I ran my number exactly with no 4th gear. So it would have been a hot one. I would have broken out, but it didn't happen. But yeah, mid eights. Everything was slower Saturday. It wasn't quite. It was hot and muggy and gross. Josh Jesh sent me $20 for the wheelie. Thank you, Josh. Much appreciated. I think I did 8 wheelies. JC's Carport just bought a DDG logo tee and sticker. Good day from Oz. Hang on, I got to do something. All right, something did. Consider it did. Oh, Bill's here. How's it going, Bill? Bill sent me $50. Thank you, Bill. Bill, of course, the #1 financial supporter of DDG. Great job, Jamie. I enjoyed that. Yeah, Bill, it was super cool hanging out with you. That was fun. Bummer you couldn't come back yesterday. Tony Stanley says, oh, and thanks for the presents, by the way, as always. Tony Stanley said, what is your email? deaddodgegarage@gmail.com. Mopars, Mustangs, and minivans is in the house. Yeah, how's it going? Jamie took almost all the trophies home. It was embarrassing. They're all right here. I already showed them off. I like this one a lot. Earned that one. Well, and the driving 3,000 miles one. I guess I earned that one too. Oh, it's so heavy. Why does it have to be Chevy parts? That is one of the same scat rods, except I assume it's a Chevy journal. Oh yeah, that big end's tiny. Whatever it is. Anyways, the same series of scat rods I put in that 273. Hippie Long, if you didn't state it yet, what was the best new idea did you see? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Yes, Nicholas Johnson. I love that your first wheelie was with a 273 of all things. The Demon almost did it. It looked like it kind of sort of almost did it several times, but the Barracuda did it with authority. Daylight. As Joe said, they can't deny that daylight. Let's see if I can make this desk stop moving. It's driving me nuts. Nobody breathe. Old Iron's in the house. How's it going? Oops. Yes, we should all have an Allen. Keith Hill, did Garbage Can Cuda get subframe connectors? No. And thankfully the doors are still working. I wanted to get that done. I just didn't have the time. Nice. Anton Leinbach sent me, or Lineback, I apologize if that's wrong, sent me $19.99 and said, you did 8 wheelies, so you get 8 beers. Great job, Jamie and Co. Thank you very much. It's been, oh yeah. Yep. Yep. As I expected, Joe is juggling some hoodlums. We may or may not see him, but if we do, that sure would be cool. I'd love to talk to the bracket race king of Sykeston, Missouri. Garbage can no more. One person, Joe heard it and was offended for me. I wasn't. One person came into the pits, looked at the Barracuda and said, that really does look better on video. I'm telling you that car is, oh well, it looks good on video. Nice. Josh did get his truck fixed. That's great news. Yeah, there have been ongoing problems there. Can't wait to see my Green Beastie 100 when it's time. It is its time. No rush, my friend. Yes, thank you very much. I'd like to get on that. Junkyard D is in the house. What is up, my man? So Junkyard D rolls into No Name Friday night. So mind you, the first day of the event is already over. He rolls in Friday night at God, what'd you get there? Like 5 or 6, 7, maybe? I don't know. We were like just going to dinner and oh yeah, that's true. I did take a cookie too. Thanks for that, by the way. It was delicious and melty. And also thanks to Scott for having cookies. Anyway, Junkyard D rolls in. White 2nd gen Ram, which is, I've had a few of those. And a white 66 Valiant sedan on the trailer, which he ran last year, and he blew a head gasket, I guess. It was in pieces. It had new heads, aluminum heads, adjustable rockers. It was like the engines to get a new cam, engines kind of together, but nothing around it really. It's just sitting in there. So I didn't really know that. We get back from dinner, the hood's up, lights on, and there are like 5 or 6 different YouTubers around and under this Valiant. Ray, 38 Racing. I think Jason was over there. Rapid Transit was over there. And I apologize if I don't remember people's actual names. I am so bad with names. But I'll remember your face. Anyway, and so I walk up with cider in my hand and say, what are we doing? Oh, we're putting a Mopar together. Okay. So I crawled under there and got to it. And that was like 8:39. I went to bed, and by bed I mean truck, at 2:30 a.m. We had that car together and ready to run, but he wasn't getting spark out of his MSD box. It was this really weird thing. But he did get it sorted out. He got it fired up on yesterday. And then he wanted a piece of me. And we were both in the Triple Crown, and we were supposed to race in the Triple Crown. And allegedly, he let some of the smoke out of his electrical system. So then we did not race in the Triple Crown. I ran the other guy who was like a ringer, I think, and I got stomped. That was really fun. But anyway, we did get to line up later, and believe it or not, I won. So that was cool. He's got a 340 and a reverse manual valve body, and I just have a little 273. But that car was also like in pieces, just thrown together, untested. Oh, it was amazing. It was like yeah, it was quite something. This guy. Yes, I do think I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, Dr. Art got a shot of the Demon doing what it does, and he was sure that there was daylight under the tires, but he sent me the shot and I didn't see it. And so I can't just claim, yep, 100% wheelied the Demon. I mean, I think I did probably kind of sort of, but the Barracuda is like 6 inches again and again and again. And it's awesome. Oh, Old Iron's here, by the way, so no one needs to worry. Eric Jorgensen, who is a member, says, don't forget, we need more DDG members. Track time isn't cheap. Yes. Agreed. Nicholas Johnson, I'm running out of thinner oil now. The thinner oil did not change the pressure at all. If that plug is out, my oil also isn't being filtered. That is not good. Don't be sad, because sad, spelled backwards, is das, and that's not good. I don't actually want to keep drinking this, but I feel bad. Hopefully Vintage Adventure Drive shows up at some point. The axles have held up. Oh, Jeff was in the house. What's up? I was just talking about you. Jack Stands and Cinderblocks is here. Did Stone Soup make it? No, unfortunately, it did not. And Mike Holst, who donated the brake parts that made the rear end actually go together, by the way. So thank you very much, Mike. Said, have you pulled the axles for a look-see? No, I don't want to know. I'll pull one when I get home. But it ran 9 rounds at No Name, 6 on Friday, 3 on Saturday, making horrible noises for the last 2. But winning races, except for the Triple Crown. And it ran 5 at Joe's home track, Newport. So if I'm doing the math right, that's 14 runs, and I haven't broken an axle yet. Sure was trying. Dan Orcutt sent me 1999. I'll buy a wheelie. Thanks. Appreciate that. Yes, that is how I got the Pit Thrash Award. And it was between, they told me, or they said during the award ceremony, it was between both of us, me and Junkyard D. But I personally feel that I deserve it because I spent all night thrashing on his car and then got up in the morning and thrashed on my car. Yeah, I was greasy. Anyway, greasy, exhausted, barely slept. Got to this hotel last night at 11:30. Took the longest shower. Just disgustingly gross. I think I've said this at least 4 times this week. I don't remember your name, but you're the guy with the blown 70 Chevelle, but 70 Chevelle with the blown big block, right? Yeah. whatever it was. Two Hacks Garage in the house. Yes, that event is a blast. Breaking your stuff in front of people is really fun. The viewers on YouTube love it, at least. It was super cool to meet you, dude. That was fun. I do wish, like, because my car was broken when he got there. And so he said, because we had to run for the duck. He said, oh, we'll figure something out. We could do something. And I thought that something might be we could do a push race. But anyway. I think Vintage Adventurer Drives is here. So the tower guy, Ward, Ron Ward, right? I think it's Ron Ward. He added me on Facebook today. We're friends now. Cool dude. Super cool dude. Tanner, Vlad, we're going to call him Vlad because VAD is silly. Vlad, he went up to the tower to inform everyone that unlike my car, his car still had a working 4-speed transmission. So I crawled out from under my car and I told him he was number one, which wasn't a very sportsman-like thing to do, but it was supposed to be a silly joke. Anyway, he just sent me this because I forgot. It's kind of in the heat of the moment, as it were. I'm not going to show you what I sent him first. Oh, yeah. Jeff Militich noticed I hit 75,000 subscribers at the No Name Nationals. I think it was on Friday. I don't remember, though. And I do apologize. There are a lot of comments tonight. 217 people. Obviously, there's a lot of excitement. Excuse me. So if I miss your comment, I do apologize. But I'm glad y'all are here. Oh yeah, Big Mike's Hoopty Barn said, I also want to say thanks again for throwing a hand my way on the Hoopty. Oh yeah, it was so cool watching that thing make a pass. The Ho-Mo-Co Honda Accord body, 440 Mopar, motorhome engine, Ford Ranger frame. Amazing. I helped him try and tune it, but it was just doing weird stuff. The coil and the distributor were super hot and just wouldn't idle properly. I watched you up there staging it, popping it out of gear to keep it from dying. But that was cool. That was cool. I do have a guitar with me, but I don't have a voice. It's roasted. I did allegedly do a rousing rendition of You Never Even Called Me by My Name at the end of the very, very end of the event. Well, I guess it was 8 p.m. It was after the awards ceremony. Most people had left the potluck. There were a few handfuls of people hanging out, and there was still the How Slow Can You Go monkey bike race. But anyway. Oh, Mid-South Lowballer's here and says, I enjoyed what little time I spent at No Name, and we'll try to make it again next year. Sounds good. Yeah, it was good to see you there. Very cool. Oh, Hippie Long, what was the best new idea or item you saw implemented? I don't know. I'm not really that serious about making my car good. Yes, I had shifter problems. The whole shifter is moving around on the transmission. I know how to fix it. Jeff Hutchins says, proud of you and Just Mopar Joe for representing the Pentastar. Oh, yeah, buddy. Mopars to the front. Some slightly more to the front than others. Marzak, will you pursue building and improving drag cars? It's my favorite thing, it turns out. Yeah, I have several more drag car builds in mind. One of them is the Flying Banana. One of them is the PT Gasser. And I want to do a straight axle Gasser 55 Plymouth as well. I've been thinking about that for a long time. Tanner, if you are here, I'm super back in the comments, so I apologize, everybody. I'm just going to hit this button, and then I'll know what's going on. This is like drinking chocolate, but in a bad way. Stephen Rosenthal is here and says, get that new engine into Perky for next year's No Name. my plan B and a half was a Neon RT. I think I told you that. Because there was a certain point where I was committed to go, and if the Barracuda like wasn't together and at least going through the gears, yeah, I would have had to take something else. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did hit 300 once. I could be wrong. There are 209 people here with us right now. Thanks for being here. Donnie's here and says, life is good. Your car is fast. Well, it's... Oh, Robert Fitch posted the vid on Discord, and McLovin did just put up a link to it. Yes, I believe it's on Buffdale Campo's channel. Excuse me. Well, yeah, I mean, that's just what the boys do in the shop, you know. Flip each other off and tell their tell each other that they suck. Anyway, that's what it's all about. But, you know, you're number one. There he is. I wanted to give you something I thought you would think was gross. Yeah, well, it is. I mean, I do detect strong notes of alcohol, but it's mostly just like drinking a melted chocolate bar. I have half a mind to get rid of it and open something else. Oh, my mom asked, what does your t-shirt say? I already showed it once. It says that. Yes, just Mopar is just a bit more fronter than me. Just a bit. I saw him over there like what was he making that with? I don't remember. He was doing something to make breaks happen. I think he was going at something with a grinder for a while, but I was a little busy at that time. Norm says, while in Sykeston, make sure to get lunch or dinner at Lambert's. So I almost did. I went to Lambert's, the home of the throwed rolls. But no. There was a big long line after the meet and greet thing. And so we went and got burritos and margaritas instead. And I don't regret that. I did mean to go to Lambert's. Many people told me to go to Lambert's, but it didn't happen. I mean, I was there, but I didn't eat. Oh, yeah. Seth Stewart said, Hot Rod 273 for the win. Yeah, in the video today, what did Joe say? I was a contender for the fastest, the best 273 or something like that. Mark's in the house. How's it going, Mark? It was, yeah. It's been a great week. Two Hacks says any car will wheelie if you throw enough cubic inches at it. I'm sure you're right. Jeff R, did you do any carb retuning as the weather got warmer? No, I basically don't believe in that. Conor Ray Cavasu, what's the story on the caravan that was running? I believe they are here. Yes, I am in Southeast Gasser territory. I believe I've mentioned I really like those guys. Clean Greenie is here. It's the first time Clean Greenie has caught a stream. How's it going? Bell James is here. And when I say he's here, I mean he's literally here, like probably really close to me right now. Some people don't think before they speak. I'm some people. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Spitfire Mike. No question. Yeah, the weather on Saturday was not conducive to actually being fast necessarily. Or so I was told. Rich Riker, what was the fastest time of the race and was it a Mopar? It actually was. It was excuse me. My entire brain farted. There were two runs in the fives, two cars in the fives. I don't know how many runs. Shane Polito ran a 5. I don't remember. Or they might not have even said. The other young man ran a 585, I think, and Shane beat it. They said that. Okay, Jack Stanson Cinderblock says 585.5. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Big Mike worked hard all weekend, no question. He had a lot left to do when he got there too. He should have also been in contention for the best pit thrash. He got that thing down the track. It was legendary. It was amazing. Yeah, for sure. Junkyard D said the thrash was part of the experience. Yep, 100%. Yeah, don't forget Scott. Don't forget Scott. Scott with an S. Are there Scotts without S's? I must have missed the joke on that. Don't forget Scott. He held that battery hold down bracket with authority. Hold on. Hang on. I didn't get many clips from thrashing on Junkyard D's car, but I got some. And that one of you and me, Jason, like I said, I think that's probably one of my favorites. It's pretty good, but let's see. Here we go. Oh, wait, hold on. Everything's broken. Hold on. Wait. Yep. Oh. I present to you. You can hear T's Good Times in the background doing his. Or wait. No, he was doing Christopher Walken for like hours. Was it Blake doing Schwarzenegger? I don't know. Anyway, it was ridiculous and awesome. Tony Stanley sent an email. Sorry, the pictures may be upside down. Let's find out. Can you identify? Yes, that's an overdrive 4-speed. It wouldn't have the arms pointed different ways if it was not an overdrive. That is from a van or possibly a truck. That shift bracket with the hole in it, that's like just steel instead of aluminum. Excuse me. That's a van or truck part. And it was only used with those overdrives. Yep, her shifter, that should be it's actually a 2-bolt shifter. That's just a standard one? Doesn't say. No stop bolts. Yeah, it's still a good street shifter though, because it's got the 2-bolt shifter attachment. The pictures aren't framed well enough for me to see the whole transmission. But it looks like maybe it's all iron. But I just can't really tell. If it is all iron, that's the tougher overdrive transmission. Nice. Ricky5353, I laugh at all your videos. Your extensive Shakespearean vocabulary and dazzling wit crack me up. Thank you very much. I'm trying. Oh, Vlad just got home. I'm still tired from driving 11 hours with a bad carrier bearing. Legend. Absolute legend. Should have sent this home with you. It was super cool meeting you. It was fun. Let's start a band. I'm sorry we only played one country song and then I left. I apologize. But I was like dead by then. I'm still dead, frankly. I don't have a voice. I'm working on a second Cordoba video today and I sound like a dead robot. This is really terrible. Nice. Hippie Long says, after watching, I'm going outside to jack up my 65 Barracuda and start installing a 273 Commando and an 833. Absolute legend. Get on it. What are you doing here? I am cannonballing home. My wife's birthday is on Friday. She says I don't have to be there for that, but I would very much like to be there for that. I assume that's where that rollover happened. I saw a clip of it. All Classics is here, by the way. How's it going? Yeah, the Sega was in Knoxville this weekend. Barracuda's in the house. How's it going? Oh, my car picked up a full mile an hour on Sunday. What was running on Sunday? I really want to see a Sega. I love that series. It's so cool. The 440 powered Cushman is very impressive. I'm sure I got a picture of that. The Cookie Monster is a beast. Yeah, did you try the Cookie Monster ice cream? Worth it. 585. Buff is here. I was going Buff. Buff Del Campo. 585 was a typo. 585 was Dylan Levi. Yep. Got it. Joe not only won the bracket race, and no one took him out because obviously he's just Mopar Joe. But he also won that. He guessed the weight of the Cushman correctly. D YouTube channel. Have you ever put LSB Hive Springs on LA or Magnum heads? No, I have not. But Derek from Vice Grip Garage has. What are the requirements to run there? Is it just any car? Does it have to be an actual race car? You can run whatever you want as long as it passes tech. Blake was running an all-wheel drive Durango for some reason, which he thought would be his ace in the hole, repeatable, consistent. It turned out to not be that. There was a minivan. There was a Tesla. And there were all kinds of other crazy contraptions. There were stock slant 6.3 on the tree Valiant sedans. Yeah. Whatever you want to run. It's your life. Street tire, big tire. Requirements, 500 subscribers on YouTube. Big Mike's hot rod is probably a felony in many counties. Yes, he got the Frankenstein Award, and he gets to give out the Frankenstein Award next year, which is awesome. So cool. Brady Dog's trying to hotwire my 68 Charger right now. What am I doing wrong? When my Charger was in a movie, I taught the girl who was trying to steal it in the movie how to make hotwiring it look legit. Yeah. Hippie Long just watched a video of Blasphemy sitting in the parking lot waiting for a transmission. It got the transmission. They got it. But did you see it flying with all four wheels off the ground? Mexican Spec is here. How's it going? David asks, did you get the big bog at the line handled? Seems like your problem was more down low than fourth gear. Yeah, the big bog was very big boggy. Working on that. Have some ideas. Oh, just wait for Scott's clip. I recorded that, and it was an awesome view. Fantastic. Blah blah is here. Hello from Austin. Epic video today. As you can see, I'm not currently joined by just Mopar Joe. I may be. It's not a guarantee, but if he gets a chance, he will slide in here, and I am looking forward to it. Oh, I see. We have two Scotts. Scott with an S is Scott Schmidt. Got it. Did the ramp truck feel left out this time? Yes, it's at my home holding up roof parts. Excuse me. Stephen Carter. Excuse me again. Did you get the cam swap done? No. That's why I'm probably not leaving until Tuesday. But had some issues. Bell James hasn't seen this yet, but they're not bolted on. They're just sitting there. It's going to be all day tomorrow. I could just tell. I just hope it's done tomorrow. I want to go home. Yeah, Scott with an S is Heaven's Mopars. Got it. I didn't realize. Now we know. Hunter Hutchins, have you ever tried to get a Ram V10 camera crank sensor? Not easy to track down. I have not. Chris Diesner is here. Haven't seen that name for a while. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. I forgot. I have a question on my 74 Cornet. How do you get the bushing on the windshield arms? It is the biggest pain in the... You mean the pivots, right? Bushing on the arms. Do you mean the seal on the pivot where it has to go over the thing? Dish soap. If that's not what you mean, I'm not sure what you mean. Oh. The sorry, the linkage. Not the wiper arms, the linkage. Transmission. Wiper transmission. A little bit of grease. a socket that it will fit into, and I use channel locks and I just squeeze them. Or yeah, channel locks or big pliers or whatever. Old Iron says, you just wait till next year when I have over 500 subs and I show up with the Dakota. Then you'll see a real wheelie. Middle of Arkansas. Wink twice if you need help getting out. I'm okay, but Mad Mike 8 in the house. How's it going, Mike? Oh yeah, Junkyard D gave a list of some people that helped. It wasn't a complete list though, because Scott ain't out there. But anyway, Indirect Connection, Rapid Transit, Vintage Adventure Drives, 38 Ray, Thumper, the fat sweaty guy, and moi. And there were other people around, mostly being silly. Yes, Rooster. When you get home, pull the axles, and I bet they're twisted. Yes, but I'm not going to break one because I got a spare in the truck this time. Yep, there you go, Stephen Carter. It's not racing unless you put your Nemesis car back together and get beat by him. It would have been legendary if Junkyard D's 340 powered Valiant sedan just smoked me, but tires, for one thing. I love driving thousands of miles to break stuff. Ben's Machine said, congrats on 75,000 subs. Thank you very much. I hit it at no name. That was really cool. Jack Stands in Cinderbox is hovering just under 1,800. Nice. 219 of you out there now. Thanks for hanging out. You could always do a Tom Waits song. Yes, I could. Yes. The sing along from late last night is on Buff Del Campo's channel. Kim got it on video. I saw it shared on the thing. You know, the thing. And yes, the Vintage Adventure Drives was also singing, and so was the Dougster, and so were a lot of other people. I think that was cool. It's shot looking at me, so you mostly just see parking lot behind me and like a car moving here and there, and then the Tanner is sitting next to me, and you can kind of see Dougster's head. But I swear there were like a group of people behind them, and many of them were singing. It was pretty cool. Somehow I scrolled way back in time. What? How did this happen? I don't know. I apologize for being a year behind on comments. Vic is here. How's it going, Vic? Check it out. I got my shirt. Yeah, bummer you couldn't make it this year, because it just sucks. Stone Soup was there last year and I was not there, and then I make it this year and Stone Soup isn't there, and Lovejoy isn't there, and Donnie didn't come. Yep. Excuse me. Vintage Adventure Drives. I have Beehive springs on the 340X heads on my satellite. It uses Magnum retainers and springs from Comp. Yeah. Terrible. Jamie should make sure to keep Alan fully stocked with his favorite beer. Alan's in charge of his own destiny. It's a lot easier to just give him cars. Alan also says, you make Alan do the linkage bushings. That is true. Yes, Vic, very good times. We've been talking all about it. Willie the Wave is here. It says, yo ho, nice little wheelie, my man. The other DDG is in the house, the Dust Devil Garage. So he called me out, but unfortunately was not able to bring his car. He wasn't able to race this year, so that was unfortunate. That would have been a cool lineup. Mark asks, Jamie, are you hooked? Already planning for next year? Maybe. Would I tell you if I was? Yeah, I am. I think I'm going to do it. But the plan the whole time was, 11 pounds off sounds right. Rapid Transit. He was real close. My plan the whole time was to build the Barracuda and take the Barracuda, and I have now done that. I didn't want to take the Demon because, well, I don't want to break it, and it's also, I mean, it's my car, but I didn't build it. I just built the engine. I wanted to build a car from scratch. I did that. I might just have to take something else. So I've got a year to build it. How on earth can you even fit a 440 in a Cushman? With a custom frame, and also it's not really in a Cushman per se. It's kind of in front of most of a Cushman. Brady's stealing my demon as well, I guess. Yeah, Hippie Long says, next year you race the Cushman with your wheelie van. Sup? I'll be your Huckleberry. Yeah, Chris read between the lines there. Yes, I would very much like to be home on Friday. Oh, you meant Saturday. Yes, today is Sunday. I thought today was Monday, but it's not. 500 subs to go to no name. Old Irons A500 magically regained overdrive. That's great news. Chris, on the windshield wiper bushing thing, I did a video on replacing those bushings in tin grill trucks a while back, and it's exactly the same job, except that it's done under the dash on the B. Wait, what, your Cornet? No. Yes. Yes. No, it's in the cowl on that late B body. So you have to pull the cowl plastics and then get the linkage out from there. You've probably already done that. But so it's basically, yeah, it's exactly the same as a truck. Anyway, in that video, I showed how I press them into the linkage pieces. Excuse me. Tanner's going to bed. Well, not yet, but soon. Nice. Jeff Hutchins says, speaking of flipping people off, my oldest son is in the chat. I'm at home. Hunter Hutchins is slaving away at his diesel shop. Nice. Hippie Long, can you run a diaper under a leaky old transmission or driver? Oh, that's a question for tech, not me. Terrible. J Ray says a 340 with a 3.75 inch stroker crank would be a great combo, question mark. Well, most people just go straight for the 4. I am a believer in short strokes. Give me all the revs or give me death. Cake or death? I'll have the cake, please. Fine, cake for you. Give him cake as well. McLovin did put up a link to the merch store a little while ago. Please buy merch because it helps me financially directly, and you get merch. And if you buy a t-shirt, they're really nice t-shirts. They are high quality t-shirts for a low quality t-shirt price. No Clue Garage is here. Jamie, great video today. Looks like you had a great time with Mopar Joe. Yes, I did. Mopar Joe's the man. He is the man. He's a legend. I'm just glad he lets me hang out with him. You are supposed to be out lazy on Sundays, but unfortunately, that wasn't an option today. Absolutely. Sportsmanship is paramount. Win and lose with grace. And I did that. I shook a lot of hands. I don't mind losing at all. I'm not much of a drag racer. The year number one thing wasn't in reference to any race. It was him teasing me about my car being broken. Did the Tesla have a competitor? Well, there was no one else in the EV class, if that's what you're asking. 273 wheelie was epic, even impressed Joe. That was so cool. I do not know Innocent When You Dream. My wife walked down the aisle to Hold On by Tom Waits. That's our song. Yes. I'm putting out a video next week. Tanner, please send me all the clips you have. Anyone that, from No Name, if you happen to have clips, I would love to use them in my video shamelessly without giving you credit. My email is probably my email is deaddodgegarage@gmail.com. Yes, my next focus for building something else that goes fast in a straight line, but more than goes fast looks awesome. I want to do the banana. I'm going to call you something different every time I read one of your comments, Vlad. Jamie, what you bring dictates what I bring next year. Well, you better bring a pickup with a Hemi in the bed then. How would you have fared against Uncle Tony if he came? Well, I'm faster than him, but I probably would have broken an axle shaft. If we're talking slag hammer, anyway. Raise the bar for next year. Take the banana and do wheel stands all the way down. I will not be doing 8th mile wheel stands by next No Name Nationals. I will not do that. I would have said 2,600 on the Cushman, just looking at the frame and the big block and everything that's there. And I would have been wrong. Vic is planning something special for Stone Soup. I'll only have from June until September next year to get it done. Early, very early. Dead Dodge Garage versus Diecast Dream Customs challenge. Do you accept? If I make it there, yes. But what you're planning better be really special. Cutworm 59. Are you close to Conway, Arkansas? I would love to meet you. I don't know where I am. And I have an entire car to build and I need to leave. So unfortunately, I probably don't have any time for that sort of thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hold on. Hang on a second. I already showed this once, but now that you're here, I want to show it again. Just to make sure. Here we go. You ready? Are you ready? Bye-bye. Nah, that was cool. He was out there running laps with that thing. Tried to get him to. There was a last minute stick shift challenge that I joined. I made it to round 2, right? Yes, because it was a bracket, and what happened? Oh yeah. Once again, I should have lost, but the guy next to me red lit, I think. So I got it. Yes, the 440 is on the Cushman. Old Iron has little doubt the A100 will be runnable by next year. You probably should have some doubt. Build it, and they will come. Where is Jamie? Jamie's in a hotel room in, roughly the middle of Arkansas. Yeah, the Flying Banana is a great goal for last year. For next year. Last year? Next year. Nice. Rapid Transit Garage is thinking of doing the Triple Crown next year with my Duster. Rad. Yeah, so Keith Hill has a year to get 500 subscribers to put his little red wagon versus my banana. Better get on it. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, man. Larry Barker, Jamie, did you break your tow vehicle? No. That thing's a performer. 2019 Ram. Connor Lake Havasu. There are white shirts, or there are at least gray shirts for a couple of them. The black is definitely the most popular, but I'm sure I know at least the demon shirt comes in white. I actually like it better on white. Jeff R. Was the slick shift box capable of downshifting? Yeah, double clutch. It's actually not hard. What's he building in there? We have a right to know. I know I've heard the piano has been drinking, but I tend to be more into the rockier ones. Get Behind the Mule is up there. Heart Attack and Vine is up there. I guess that's not really rocky per se, but what else? There are a couple albums I've listened to many, many times. No, there was no camera drop today. I was too busy trying to learn how to drive. Is it the van challenge at No Name Nationals 2026? Old McDonald has a car. Why do the RPMs drop so much when you launch? Great question. Hopefully that answered your question. I don't know. Oh, Old 55 is another great one. Well, my time went so quickly, I went lickety-splicky out to my old 55. 273 wheelies. How many other people do you know that have done wheelies with the 273? No, I'm not swinging through Winnipeg to pick up a 426 tunnel ram intake, but I am swinging through northern Nebraska to pick up an A-body 8 3/4. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I know. Yeah, Vlad, unfortunately, could not compete in the stick shift challenge. I ran all the way to the far end of the track to ask him what the heck he was doing, not in the lanes for the stick shift challenge, and he was putting his tires back on. People were already packing up by then. Redlit? Who redlit the worst this weekend? You're number one, buddy. Mike the Slacker made it, but went back to the beginning. Well, thanks for being here and for your membership. Indirect. Oh, yeah. Indirect connection. Broke out the first round of stick shift. Ran 0.04 too quick. Apparently, the muffler blowing up helped the 170. Yeah, he didn't change the dial. Ran too fast. It was amazing. That car's a unit. Oof. I did answer that I have not put subframe connectors in yet, right? Oh, Josh Hellman, was that about the Cushman thing? It's not. It's like a custom built frame. Rex Robertson says, you're almost as far down south now as I am. Yes, Respirator Stereolex. The super stock springs all have an extra leaf on the right side. That's what's in the Barracuda. Those springs work great. The snubber's working. You could tell, I mean, it does exactly what a Mopar should do on the starting line. It picks up and goes. It's sick. People always freak out about the leaf springs. That they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to fan out at the back. The super stocks, I just left exactly as they are. They come with one clamp on the back and two on the front, I think. Something like that. Anyway, there's one clamp on the back, but the other leaf does splay out. And somebody came up to me and said, dude, your leaf springs are messed up. No, they're working as intended. Many people were frightened by the demon leaf springs doing what they do. But that's what they do. Yes, Old Iron, you need to get the 5-speed Caravan ready by next year. 100%. Brady Dog, is your wife camera shy? It's not that she's camera shy. She has no interest in being on YouTube. And she told me that a long time ago. And so if you're quick, you could spot her, I think, twice in today's video. But She just doesn't want to be on video. She has no interest in that. So I do not put her on video. Excuse me. Russ Peter Stereox, heavy versus light flywheel for the RPM drop. So the whole point, supposedly the heavy flywheel is supposed to, store inertia or whatever and help you take off. It's not helping me much, but anyway. I mean, it does wheelies. What do you want? But then that inertia is all going right away. Here's the thing. With the stick shift, you have to work the clutch and spin the tires sufficiently to keep the engine in its happy range. And I'm not doing that. I'm trying to let the clutch out easily, but quickly, but smoothly, but fast. I need to slip it more. That would help. But basically what's happening is it's pulling the engine right down out of its torque range. Chicago Bluesmobile loves all my Blues Brothers quotes. Nice. Me too. The band. A 200-pound flywheel may solve the bog. Nice. Yes, I caught her on camera a couple times earlier in the life of the channel, and she didn't like it. So she just doesn't want to be on YouTube, and I fully respect that. Charger 383 Mopar is the channel name for the Cushman build. Yes, right. They said that several times. Yes, Mopar Sasquatch is glad the springs work. He needs the 340 springs for his start. Yes, he does. They're all yours, buddy. Yeah, the only reason I was thinking about switching to 340 springs on the Barracuda because the super stocks jacked it up so high, but it works. The leaf springs are waving to the crowd, says Hot Shoe. Yeah. It's awesome. Spitfire Mike says straight axle. Yeah, that was kind of always the vision. That's what I want the car to look like. But I also didn't want to hack it up, and I wanted to do what I did. I wanted to run small bolt wheels. I wanted to run the factory suspension and make it work. And it works. It works really well. That car, as it is, with the bog sorted out with some more power, that could be a fast car. The setup, the suspension is great. I had an issue with a wheel drooping out. That I showed that in the video today. It was actually both wheels. Joe was standing on the driver's side. The driver's side looks a little worse, but it was basically the same thing. Tweaked the torsion bars. That worked for all the testing at Newport with Joe. But when we got to No Name, I was launching harder. And so the first time I went down the track, it didn't do it during the burnout. It did it when I hit. It did a wheelie. It came back down, and then it picked up again. And when it picked up again, it picked the nose up, and it did not go back down. So it was trying to steer me into a wall, which was cool. Anyway, other than that, which I fixed with another bar adjustment and lowering and installing a droop stop on one side. There was a pair. The Bad Tree guys had a pair of polyurethane lower bump stops in their little pile of swap meet stuff. And Rabid Transit Garage got them to turn one of them. He cut the stud out and then cut the point down and then opened up the hole in the middle to turn it into a strut rod bushing because he lost a strut rod bushing on his Barracuda. And I needed something to put in for a droop stop to keep that from happening again. And so I went over there and I said, "Hey, what are you doing with that other bushing?" And he said, "Don't need it, take it." So that fixed it, and it ran all weekend, and it went straight after that. So that was pretty cool. Jay Slowy just got here. Have you posted any of your videos of the No Name race yet? No, next weekend. I would love to have that ready for you right now. The problem is there is so much footage from so many people. I didn't actually get all that much myself. I have a bunch of footage of runs from other people. I didn't bring anyone with me to hold a camera, so I just kind of begged and borrowed and got people to film the runs. So that was cool. But Yeah, it's going to take me a while to get that together. I probably won't edit that till I get home. I have to edit Wednesday's video, hopefully before I leave here. Yes, my wife did cut my hair in a video once. That was fun. If you start hearing banjo music, turn around. Yeah. Jeff Hutchins, I always assumed short stroke, light flywheel. Everybody says you need the heavy flywheel on the 273 to launch hard. Yeah. Tanner, you were putting on a show with the burnouts. That was pretty sick. Yeah, your car on the right slicks and a couple little tweaks. There's some potential there. Jeff Hutchins, my brother's 273 for a time had an aluminum flywheel behind it. And it was amazing. That thing revved like you would not believe. It revved like a sport bike. But everybody says you need a heavy flywheel. I just ran what I had. I was interested in finding an aluminum flywheel with a steel face. My brothers did not have a steel face, which came back to bite him later. But yeah, I just ran what I had. Respirators Derelict, any thoughts on trying for more weight reduction on the CUDA? It's pretty light. Full tank of gas and me in it, it is 3,004 pounds. So without me and with a half a tank, 2650. Bell James, were you able to get that horrible exhaust manifold out of the way? No, I was not. Come and swap the Barracuda. Why are we talking about Arizona? Oh, I might be going to Arizona next month. Martin Adams is home from our Steam Train open house. I would love to come to a Steam Train open house someday. I think it was Brady. Yeah. Does the chocolate beer get better near the end of it? No. I almost gave up already, but I think I'm committed now. Lane Conley says Super Stock Springs, 2 clamps on the front of passenger spring only. Okay, that sounds right. Extra half spring, yes. Extra half spring and the second from bottom spring is also cut off on the right side. So you always know you're looking at Super Stock Springs if you look at the bottom of them, and on the right side from the back, you see 2 cut-off springs. That is correct. You won't see any cut-off springs on the left. Oh. Wayne Conley has a pair in the garage awaiting installation on the green bean. Also the heavy-duty mounts that have alternator mounting. Interesting. Mrs. Jamie is not here, Jay. She went home. Oh. Tanner's car has a Ram flywheel. It is aluminum with a steel face. I have a Ram clutch. I guess I need to get one of their flywheels. Hot Shoe ran an 11-pound Weber flywheel and left at 8,200 RPM. Worked for me. Nice. That sounds sick. Dave Redmond says light flywheel on a slippery track, heavier flywheel on a track with good bite. Huh. Stephen Rosenthal says 500 pounds of the Barracuda is pure Bondo. Brian, did the leaky header you gooped up hold? It did. It is still holding. It's amazing. I'm amazed. I had some of those gaskets at home. I just never thought of that. Yeah. Tanner says, your car is only 50 pounds lighter than my iron-headed 400-powered 74 Scamp. Well, that don't seem right. But I'll take your word. Jess Daddy Flex is going to AZ next month also. Nice. Chocolate beer will end in regrets. I agree. Spitfire Mike. Shorter slicks, use fourth going through the traps, and a healthy 4-speed trans. I was talking about this with Rooster last night. I am not prepared to say that I need to change gearing or tire height, which does the same thing. A similar thing, I should say, I guess. Because of the bog, I am in first gear a lot longer than I should be. So I believe if I could fix that, I would be in fourth much earlier. Blah, blah says I'll stick with my Heineken. Sounds good. Oh, now I have neighbors. That's nice. Yes, the event is sponsored by John Wilburn and AHRA, the Dallas. I met those guys. It was cool. I'd only ever seen them on the TV before. Oh, I did weigh my car at the No Name race. With me and a full tank of gas, it is 3,004 pounds. They weighed me for Triple Crown. The only way I passed, the only way I was legal for Triple Crown was by filling the gas tank. Oh, did they? I see. Yes. Vintage Adventure Drives went through the traps at 6,100 RPM in third in my satellite with 390 gears. Thank you, Cutworm. Appreciate that. Cutworm. Scoop, what up? Scoop is in the house. My father taught me to never reuse a throwout bearing. That throwout bearing was brand new when I put it in that car. It probably had 2,000 miles on it when I took it out of that car. So I put it back in. It's fine. McLovin put up a link to the Discord. If you are not in the Discord, hop in there. Mama M cubed, right? That's cubed. M3, yeah, is here and says just pulled into Columbia, South Carolina. It was great meeting you, Jamie. You too. That was awesome. Yes, it's a long way to Washington. I'm not going to be there for some days. Oh, man. Ugh. Do you think lighter clutch, higher launch RPM would help the bog? Higher RPM sure would. How do you see me? I was being super sneaky. Rapid from BC used aluminum flywheel on my DZ302, 9,500 shift second to third. Damn. See you later, Chris. Thanks for being here. Oh, yeah. Mama M3, Mopars, Mustangs, and minivans. Yes. I believe you were running a minivan, were you not? I figured you'd be here at some point. Kim says that they saw her fly by on the interstate with her minivan. Nice. I'm pretty sure I tried launching at 5,000 RPM once, but maybe I didn't quite get there. I don't know if the bog is as simple of a fix as I thought, but maybe it is, but maybe not. Oh, man. Nice. Stephen Brown just got done driving 15 hours one way and straight back home, 30 hours nonstop. Stay safe. I'll do my best. Oh, I'm about ready for a nap. And we have not seen the one, the only Gismo Parjo. I'm going to guess he is busy. He dominated in the bracket race because, of course, he did. So he took home some hardware and a reward. A trophy. Oh, this is not the most comfortable, if I'm honest. I'm too tall for this desk. Oh, does this? It does. But now my knees are going to be unhappy. Excuse me. Yeah. Dude. Are you? Oh, Jeff R. Are you in a different time zone to Washington? Yes, I'm 2 time zones to the east. Yeah, it's actually almost 10 here right now, which is the time other people watch from sometimes. But anyway, it's only 7:37 at home. Yes, Brian, I did show off my hardware, but I'll do it again in case you didn't see. The Best Pit Thrash Award. Nice. The Star Traveler Long Distance Award. Coveted, of course. And the one, the only, the prestigious Head Start Award. Oh. Also, Bad Luck Duck. And a potato. Maybe he's just Mopar taking a nap. Yes, Old Iron, I'm on your time. I've been on your time for a week. Yeah, I'm tired. Josh Homan, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Those unhappy knees sounds like driving a 66 C20 for 527 miles. Yeah, I bet that was not fun. Scoop, you are seeing things. This microphone is not lit up. J-Bo in the house. Yeah, it was great meeting you too. Thanks for the prezzies. Plus, we're in the Mopar Last Supper picture together. Where to go? What the heck? Weird. Oh, sorry. I'm full of yawns. I'm really tired. I've only slept like 4 to 5 hours for the last 3 nights, and I have worked. Now I'm fully blocked by the microphone. It's messed up too. Thank you, Blah Blah. Appreciate that. Yes. Tanner got the cutest award. He got the Cinderella award. I should have gotten a picture of that. Ah, well. Stephen Carter, 5,700 hard out and bang second. Brother, watch my next video next weekend. And then tell me if I banged second hard enough. Yeah, the Head Start Award's the best. The Bad Luck Duck. Yeah, it's going home with me. Goofy Goober, we gotta get rid of that. That's gotta not be here. My sister's at the beach. Not only lit up, but color changing. Oh, yeah. Joe's taking a you have to push a Ford nap. Nice. Yeah, now Scoop's yawning. Does your microphone look like a pillow? Oh, yeah. Hot shoe. You have to drive home. You'd never make it through the airport with all that iron. That's right. Vintage Adventure Drive says second gear wheelies. Yes, apparently, in some clips that I have seen, it looks as though the 273 pulled the wheels in second. If it didn't, it certainly almost did. Like, they fully drooped out again. It's amazing. It's not Finnegan flying off the ground in third amazing, but still. Kim, mini bike. Kim said nothing broke. Well, I hate it, but it was a gift. Nice. Stephen Carter never raced auto in 58 years, 3 pedals only. My man. The Banana will be an automatic. It has to be. There's really no practical way to put a manual transmission in an A100 pickup. At least not one that'll bang shift. So that car, that van truck thing will be an automatic, but it's not even really going to be a drag racer per se. That's an exhibition vehicle. And so I make an exception for that. But as far as like actual racing, yeah, it's stick for me or I'm not interested. Indirect Connection is off to bed. Great meeting you. This weekend was a blast. Yes. And thank you so much again for your help. That was so cool. It was awesome meeting you and your family. Great seeing you guys out there. Blah blah says, obviously I'm not a Ford fan, having had the experience of wrenching on one. Rabbit Transit Garage says, I have some clips of it. I believe it was pulling them in second. If you have anything that shows that clearly, please email it to me. DeadDodgeGarage@gmail.com. Yeah. Todd Denio says it's a 273 for God's sake. It's impressive amounts of power per cubic inch. And I built it, and I am clueless and an idiot, and I don't know how stuff works. And I'm dumb. And a 273 is a bad idea. Why wouldn't you just build a 440? I think we proved some things. Jeff Hutchins says you don't want 8-foot transmission linkage. No, I was thinking about some kind of cable shift. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Andrew Button's here. How's it going? Oh, yeah. No, it's all good, dude. The Vintage Adventure drives did also help me with the 4-speed while Jason was off. Tanya was racing in the Valiant. And so Jason was off doing that, and Tanner stepped in and helped pump some fluid into the transmission, and he tightened the clamp back down that was holding the heat wrap on the passenger header. But yeah, mostly he was too busy helping break in a cam in the pits in Junkyard D's car, which was awesome. I was there for when because it like burped, but I was there when it actually officially first fired. I set the timing for him, and I did tune the competition, and I also tuned Big Mike's car. Well, I tried to tune Big Mike's car. It had a weird problem. It would not idle. I was thinking like giant vacuum leak, maybe. Big Mike, if you're still here, well, I guess I mentioned it to you when I was there because you've got that adapter on there. And I had a really bad leak from one of those carb spacer adapters, but mine had the phenolic center. I know yours doesn't, but look for a vacuum leak. If not that, I still say it's probably electrical, but I don't necessarily understand how that works. Bob Dobbs says, please do not hate me, but I do love that 82 Challenger. It was really fun to drive. It was an 81, and it was really fun to drive. I really liked that car. I didn't think I was going to really like that car. I did. I liked it exactly as it was. It was super fun to hop in and drive. It sounded kind of cool, for a 4-cylinder. It was pretty gutsy. It was great. It got good fuel mileage. It was comfortable enough. Excuse me. But then I got my 2019 Ram and heated and cooled seats. I just stopped driving that Challenger. And so I did sell that to a gentleman who was, at least in the comments earlier, with the handle. Damn it. Is it Memphis Lowballer? Crap. I forget. Something like that. Stephen Brown, any recommendations for a 5-speed behind a 360 on the cheap? Well, not a TKX then. Some people have done AX15, but I think that's a mistake. NV3500 from a Ram 1500 from the 90s is an option. Might have trouble fitting it depending on what you're building. Hippie Long, 273 Commandos made 275 HP, rare in the 60s. I'm pretty sure the D Dart made the 275. Yes, it did. And the Commando made 235. 235. Yep. Wow, I remembered numbers right. Yeah. The regular Commando was 235. The D Dart was 275. I swear I read 305 somewhere. But yeah. Yes, Plymouth on Plywood. Alan totally wants those wheels back. If I had known he was going to get that car back, I probably would have kept them because I was going to do the slots. We are working on another blue 68 Dart sedan video, by the way. That car is back on the road. Andrew Button is actually more impressed with the 340 than the 440, all things being equal. You're not alone in that. I mean, 440s are great, but 340s are amazing. Hot Shoe says Tremac, the problem with Tremac, he said on the cheap, so I was thinking like junkyard find. That just fits. Remy the Rat, are there any published clips of the Barracuda this week? I don't know. I haven't put any up of the Barracuda at No Name. I mean, I did the video today, but at No Name, I know people got footage. I don't know what's out there. There's a video of me singing, but I don't know. Yeah, Nick Johnson. No, what I would do is adapt cables somehow. But yeah, it's just not worth it. It's really not a race car. It shouldn't be a race car. Yeah, Jeff Hutchins, I think I chose the high road. Yes. Vintage Adventure Drives. It burped and then fired right up because I turned the distributor after you said it. Yeah. I believe it was about 1 a.m. when I said, I guarantee you where I am eyeballing this distributor, it's going to be retarded because I've done it 100 times and it always is. And I just don't know how to not do that. Oh, Bob Dobbs had an 82 Challenger. Oh, okay. Yeah, understood. Same thing. And very cool. Keith Hill, have you ever seen the wheel standard General Lee 440 in the trunk backwards V drive? I have not. I almost don't have a voice anymore. Andrew Button says, most tin grill trucks also had heated and cooled seats depending on the breeze coming in from the rusty floor pan. I've never experienced like a vented seat in a tin grill, but I have experienced cold air blowing up my right pant leg many times. Wow. My sister's son, 6-year-old, he's 6? Good Lord. Spit his loose tooth out in my hand while we were standing in the Pacific Ocean. What a bonding experience. Blah, blah says 93 D150 NB 3500. Did they get those in 93? Well, they were in second gens as well. I had one for a while. Oh, Rabbit Transit Garage says Jason and I were just talking about an AX15 swap today. Yeah, people do that. Commando S, 275 horsepower, 1966 Barracuda. $235. The only 275 horsepower one is the D-Dart. Good morning, Patrick Ramberg. Andrew Button, I almost put an MV 3500 in a B van. That's why I had it. Blah, blah. Isn't the spline count different on AX15 for pre-93 LA engines? You just change the clutch disc. Put the right clutch disc in there. That's easy. We did that in the Studebaker. Had to use a Chevy disc and the Studebaker pressure plate. Speaking of the ocean, did McLovin sell the aircraft carrier yet? Robert Fitch says there are a few clips of the Garbage Can Coot out there on YouTube. Most of them are kind of meh. Sounds about right. Yeah. Brian, how's the real estate purchase going? To be honest, you'd think I'd know how old my nephew is, but I don't. I guess there's too many of them. Real estate purchase is going the same. Basically, haven't done anything. Too busy coming here. I have some money put away for it. Not enough. He's lost 3 teeth in the last week. Good Lord. Winton Wright. NV 3500 is a box full of neutrals waiting to happen. It can't be as bad as a 4L60. Jabo just sent me $20 for the gas money fund. Thank you, Jabo. Appreciate that. I will put it straight in the gas money fund. Believe it or not, gas was expensive on this trip, and I'm not anywhere near home yet. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Oh, and to everybody that sent money last weekend, dang, thank you. You made that day just the most money I've ever gotten on YouTube. So thank you. Between that and tonight, not all, but a lot of the fuel bill is covered. Like I'd say I think most of the fuel bill is covered. Thanks, guys. Oh, yeah. Vintage Adventure Drives. That toy wrench I gave you to work on your car was given to me by my girlfriend's 3-year-old son to work on my race car. I didn't have to work on my car, though. Therefore, I lent it to you. Andrew Button, can I put C-body backing plates with bigger brakes on an E-body? I think you can. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can. Goofy Goober sent $10 specifically for the Road Snacks Fund. Thank you. I already spent some of that. Hold on. That's my bad. Nutter Butters. Why is that only half plugged in? Nutter butter. Old iron. If you can't handle me at my MV 3500, you don't deserve me at my MP 435. Dude, the black truck, I thought for sure it's a 435. Of course it's a 435. No, it's a 445. I'll be damned. Eric Friel, will a stroker crank go in a 273 block? Yes. Anything that'll go in a 340 block will go in a 273 block. They are the same block aside from the bore size. And the mains are a little different, but don't worry about that. Yes. However, don't do that because don't. I want a D-stroker crank. That's what I want for my 273. Donnie7072 says, love that drag car. Nice to see it go down the track. Oh, yeah. Got a whole video of it going down the track coming next weekend. And after next weekend, we will be kind of back to our regularly scheduled video thing, probably. It won't be all Barracuda all the time anymore, although I will probably be taking it to a very special drag racing event in October, I think. Maybe. Oh, Scoop wants a snack. Scoop, control yourself, man. Here. Scoop. Say ah. Boop. There you go. Plop. Goofy paying for Jamie's burritos. Nice of him. Yes, thank you very much. Oh, Andrew Button. I hate coconut. Remy the Rat, how fast was the fastest pass with the Barracuda? 8:55. Did it twice, once with only 3 gears, which should tell you I coasted at the end of the racetrack, which should tell you, obviously, there's more in it. Plus, there's a big stupid bog after it does a wheelie every time. So, yeah, 8:55 for now. There is absolutely a lot more in it. I really want a time that starts with a 7 with that car. That's all I need out of life. Well, a wheelie was all I needed out of life. I got that like 8 times. Vintage Adventure Drive. Thought of taking a 318 and stroking it to a 355 with a 360 crank just for fun. It would confuse people. You'd have to have the main bearings turned down. And why wouldn't you just get a 360? Yes, Brian, absolutely. It needs more stickers. I'm collecting more stickers. I got more stickers on this trip. I don't want to finish the sticker arrangement until the car gets the pinstriping and the lettering. So yeah, it wasn't done. It is not done. It has not reached its final form. But yes, I'm just glad that everybody was on the driver's side so they could see the fender stickers. The passenger side doesn't have them. It does, like today's thumbnail, it doesn't look right because it doesn't have the stickers. Keith Hill says, generally wheel standers on YouTube, rear end is backwards. So the V-drive is at the back and the 440 is in the normal way. I almost bought it in Seattle years ago. Wow. Scoop said the snack was close enough to the screen to get a sniff. Oh. Ow. Barracuda says, I've known of 4L60s that have done huge mileages with no trouble. Well, I've known of 4.7 Dodge engines to get 300,000 miles. Well, not 300,000, but over 200, 220, 240. Even a broken clock, right? Oh, yeah. Tanner's got says, I do have a 360 in my shop, but I couldn't bring myself to pull that great running 318. I wouldn't, dude. It sounds awesome. It sounds great out there. Aloha, Hal Snyder. How's it going? Yes, Andrew Button. There used to be insert bearings, so you could de-stroke a 360. I knew that. Jeff Hutchins. So are you adding stickers? Yes. Yes, there will be many more stickers, but only vintage race stickers. Or, a couple exceptions if they look kind of right and they don't have a URL. I'm still trying to kind of follow the Sega thing, even though obviously it's not a Sega car and never will be, probably. But that's the vibe I want. So yes, there will be more stickers. The intrusive thoughts almost won. I thought about picking up this potato and just taking a bite. It's a bad idea. Andrew Button ran a bracket car with a 4L60 and a 4,000 stall converter. It held for years, ran over 120 and a quarter. They can work. There's no question they can work. There's also no question they're legendary for exploding. Oh, the kitties are desperate for food. Well, don't let them eat you. Hot Shoe says, my last small block was an R3 block, 4.18 bore, 3.25 stroke. I called it a 357 Magnum. Nice. That's sick. I love the short stroke. I'm all about it. Oh, man. Oh, Robert Fitch has some stickers to send me. Should have put them in that package last month. Yes, you should have. Oh, Dallas has retro AHRA stickers. Nice. I need one. Or 2, actually. Jeffrey Nunez is here and says, Jamie, the Barracuda is an awesome car. Looks great on the start. Yes, it does. Everything after the start's not so good, though. Oh, Tanner didn't eat his potato for dinner. Oh, good. Rabid Transit ate the potato last year. Oh. Yikes. Did you eat it as delivered? Yeah, Wild Bill. Being a Chevy guy, I do love a 302 engine, short stroke, high revs. There's that guy. Oh, what is his Instagram called? I think he has a channel too, but he has that fastback Mustang. We've talked about it here before. I think it's a 289, but he just revs the piss out of it and it sounds amazing. There's like footage of him on an empty highway at twilight doing it. Or at dusk, I guess dusk, whatever. There are shots of him drag racing it. It's amazing. It's so cool. It's just a ratty fastback Mustang. And that was one of the biggest influences. You know, it's what I had in mind for the Barracuda for a long time. And when I saw that, I was like, yeah. Don't eat Spudley. There is a microwave in my room. I could bake this potato. I might need a fork and some olive oil as delivered. It's just the kind of guts you got. Buff Del Campo says, I saw someone eating one of those potatoes raw at Sykeston. Yeah, it was Rabid Transit Garage. Oh my God. Jeff Hutchins ate 2 potatoes for today, but they were baked first. I am tired. Fox Can Fix It says hi from Arizona, tomorrow Utah, then Colorado, then somehow back to Ohio. I was in most of those states a week ago. Yes, Scoop. Apparently you can eat raw potatoes. Here you go, buddy. Oh, boop. If you don't eat your potato in one bite, you're not a man. Yes, 4-speed garage. Yes. 100%. That's him. That car is amazing. It's so cool. I would give so much to line the Barracuda up next to that car. Bake the potato on your exhaust manifold. Any hunters here who have done it? I don't know about hunters, but I've heard similar stories. I've always wanted to try it myself. But with a burrito. Good night, Bell James. I am so tired. I'm just gonna be done. And I apologize. I'm not gonna sing a song. Bummed Mopar Joe couldn't join me tonight. Not surprised. Knew he kind of had to do stuff. I hope to have a live stream with him at some point in the future. He didn't quite become 5-second Joe this weekend, but he's not far. Are potatoes and Nutter Butters the ultimate late night snack combo? I don't think so. Yeah. Nutter Butter. Nowhere near as close to a Reese's as I'd hoped. Yes, the stream's about over. McLovin says, I need to build that style of motor for Llama Barn soon. I would love to be involved in that, as you know. Soon is never easy for me. Martin Adams does potatoes on steam engine. Nice. Thank you, Falling Down Garage. Appreciate that. Yes, I have, in fact, hit 75,000 subscribers. That happened. Oh, Barracuda's also tired. Ron Armstrong, until we meet again. It's been fun. Alan is ready to help build a Llama Barn engine. Dude, you need my 273. We'll do a 318. Remember to grab some merch. Join us on the Discord. Old Iron BNSF said maybe the real No Name Nationals were the friends we made along the way, to which I can only respond. Hang on, let me find the clip.
And remember,
Racer was the friends we made along the way. Yeah, my voice was already gone by then. Spoiler. Sounds good, Hot Shoe. Thanks, everybody. Much appreciated. Thanks for being here every week. I really appreciate it. Raw potato with a little salt is delicious. I don't believe you. It's 193 likes, I think. Yeah. Old Iron has seen so many and remembers he can predict them now. Right, he did the supercut. I gotta do something with that. Dang it. All right. Yeah, obviously we're gonna do that, McLovin. Let's go. Llama Barn coming back to DDG for an engine build. It's gonna be sick. I'm going to bed. Thanks, everybody. Good night. Happy No Name Nationals Eve. My video will be out next weekend. This Wednesday's video will be a follow-up episode on the Cordoba. Lord willing and the creek don't rise. It'll be driving and I will be going home. But we'll see. And after that, we'll get back to business as usual. So, yeah, thanks. My throat hurts. Bye. Thanks, Tanner. I guess. Okay, love you. Bye. Woo.